Hello, I'm Monica Ewing, and I'm going to do my video real quick on week three's assignment. I'm doing this at work, so hopefully no one interrupts me while I'm doing this, but let me get my notes out here and let's get started. The first question was, what does it mean to be cultural competence in education? Education who are culturally competent respect multiple cultural ways of knowing, seeing, and living, and celebrate the benefits of diversity and have an ability to understand and honor the differences. I've noticed this in past education that I've done when I was in the inner city schools, when I was attending Cincinnati Christian University. Um, this was every day in the classrooms. Educators also seek and promote the children's cultural competence. Um, Number two, where do I see myself on the competence chart? Um, so I looked at the chart and I view myself where I'm always mindful and behave in a manner that values diversity. Um, Years ago, when I was in college the first time, um, I was there, but I feel like I'm there more with more of a mature age and what I've been through. Um, when I did my practicum with my associate's degree, for instance, I taught at an inner city school. I was the only white person in that building. And so I really had a cultural learning curve there. I mean, I've always been respectful, but I really had to learn a different way because I was kind of in an area that I've never had to do before. And so learned a lot, loved my practicum, loved teaching with those kids. I'm still in contact with them years later, some of those teachers there. So again, I'm mindful to behave in a manner that values diversity, and I would engage with my students and others to integrate our values and our beliefs. I personally pride myself on the ability to express and commitment of the civil rights, social justice, and remain non-biased, which is really a key thing with being in education for so many years is to remember the civil rights, social justice, and being non-biased because you are going to be going through you're gonna be every year is different. Every year. I've been a preschool teacher, preschool director for many, 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 many years, and let me tell you, not one year is the same. And every day you come to work, it's different. So, what will it look like in my future classroom? So here we go. I kind of got a list here. Express interest in the ethnic background of your students. Encouraging your students is huge. Research, share information about their ethnic background. Another thing is be careful with the research. You might want to kind of connect with that parent because some of the research you'll find will not be really what their ethnic background is. We've learned that. I've seen that, learned that through from doing courses here at Grand Canyon. So, but connect with those parents. That's one thing I teach my staff here at my center that we're in right now to connect with the parents, connect with them, have a relationship, and you're going to learn their ethnic background and traditions that they do and things like that. And you can share that with your students in the classroom. Um, Redirect your role in the classroom from instructor to facilitator. Sorry. Another important requirement for creating a nurturing environment for students is redirecting the power between instructor and students. Maintain a strict level, of course, with language concerns. In traditional classrooms, students who are not native to English speakers often feel lost or pressured, or they will just kind of go their own way. And so it's really important in that area to get those students comfortable. My rule here in my center here, which they're young kids, but everyone is friends, everyone is equal, everyone. And we really create an environment here where we want all of our students comfortable. This is their second home, really. And so we already do that here. And I am always coaching my students and my teachers on this. Um, Maintain a high expectation for students' performance. Given a cultural responsive instruction is a student-centered philosophy, and it should come as no surprise or expectations for achievement are determined and assigned individually for each student. Another thing is maintain an inclusive curriculum that remains respectful of differences. A cultural responsive curriculum is both inclusive in that it can ensure that all students are included within the aspect of the school, and it acknowledges the uniqueness and differences that students may pose. And parents, um, learn about yourself. Get started by exploring your own historical roots and beliefs and values. That's one thing that we do here, and that I've done in other when I did my associate's degree. That we had to learn about my background when I was entering my practicum. Um, Years ago. And so I had to learn about my background, and it's been really interesting. I'm still learning about my background. And now that I'm married and have children, I'm learning about my husband's background and integrating that so my children know both sides of their background. Um, Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Okay, so learn about different cultures. If you know you're going to be researching or providing therapy to people unfamiliar with the background, seek the cultural insight through the journal articles and academic books. Don't go on Google, of course, and just put it in. Get the background that you need. And again, connect with those parents too, because sometimes your research is not going to connect with the parents' background too. Interact with diverse groups, arranging research projects, practicum experiences, or internships where you work with people from a culture that is unfamiliar to you in a great way to enhance cultural competence. I did this years ago when I did my practicum. My staff here at my preschool, we have a center that is about 40 minutes away from us. They're in Youngstown. They're because I live in Ohio. Go Buckeyes, I guess. But I live in Ohio, and so our center and another center, we kind of feed with each other because of the different culture that we're in. They're more inner city, we are more country. But to give my teachers different experiences, we will use each other for professional development time and get some of that background on both ends. Um, Another thing that you can do is attend diversity focused conferences, get formal training on diversity related research practice issues, learn about the latest research, and um, meet potential people that can help you along this path. Now, with in public schools, there's many different opportunities. My situation right now is a little different. We have to go and search for those different things here, but we have our professional development trainings and stuff like that, and that's what we do. We travel to Cleveland for on a Saturday, and we learn all different do a training on diversity and all the different things that we can do in the classroom. Very hands-on, very welcoming to the kids and to the staff. How will I ensure the respect to my students? To create a classroom community with both teachers and students, build relationships with each other. I am so key on building relationships with my students and my parents. I want my classroom to be where my students come in, they are comfortable, where they're going to succeed. In my classroom. They're going to push themselves. I don't want it to be easy for them. I want them to push themselves. And when they're comfortable, they're going to push themselves more out of their comfort zone. Students are motivated by teachers that respect them. Teachers how they give the care and the concern for students by holding them accountable and acknowledge their good work. That's so key. I'm noticing that now with working on my bachelor's degree now and being in the classrooms at our local school and the accountability that we're holding these students to. I've done kindergarten, I've done first grade. I mean, I've been in all the grades and just the accountability we are giving these students and pushing them to go out of their comfort zone, pushing themselves to learn something that's a little bit more challenging than what they like, but they've got it. So that's my assignment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys have any questions, send me a message. Thank you.